Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me today. Let's get started with a general collective reading. I'm reading in a different part of my house today, so that's why things look a little different. Let's see, what messages do we have for the collective today? Collective reading. Two of Wands is coming out, my friends. It looks like we're at a crossroads. I feel it. I feel like, there's lots of different opportunities and different options, different choices, and really needing to sort of make the choice that fits well with you today. Five of Cups coming out as well. Time to let go maybe of some of the things that we are emotionally connected to that no longer serve us. Could be thinking about the past. There may be some feelings cropping up about past connections, past attachments that you may still be thinking about. Trying to decide what path to take next, whether or not to go back. Ten of Swords and the Knight of Swords. So it's interesting. Ten of Swords, that tells me you need closure. That is really feeling like we've got, look at this, we've got Wands, Cups, Swords, and it's very interesting. It feels like this is affecting sort of in a holistic way. Not only are you feeling sort of attached to the past, but it's almost like you're feeling like it's time to choose. Am I moving on or am I going back? Which is this Two of Wands here. Knight of Swords makes me feel like the only path is ahead. That moving back, going backwards doesn't feel like it's going to be what's healing and helpful. Seven of Cups coming out to me always shows that, all that glitters might not be gold. Things that we have emotional attachments to sometimes seem better than they are in our memories, But I think this Ten of Swords tells me that whatever chapter you're putting sort of to rest here, whatever chapter you're sort of thinking about from the past, it wasn't particularly didn't end on a pleasant note. King of Cups, yeah, it feels like you've really had to rise above the emotions here and make a decision without your emotions taking the lead. It feels like you have a strong will today to move beyond the past, because it's almost like you've seen the truth of these Seven Cups here. And as the King of Cups, it almost feels like you just don't even want to, you don't want to lose your inner peace for anything. You're fine just observing and not making an evaluation about anything here, but just, taking careful note of what's going on around you. And I can't help but think that there is a big shift on the way with that Knight of Swords, and certainly the bringing closure in. Look what flew on the ground. We see the Ten of Cups. So yeah, you're moving towards something emotionally fulfilling. I feel like you're closing out chapters that were painful, and you can't deny here that the past is still on your mind, and when you think about it, it brings up a heavy emotional quality. And yeah, you're feeling like confident now that it's time to let the past go, to move forward into something that feels more emotionally fulfilling. And you may be having a difficult time imagining what that future path is going to look like. This is interesting. Three of Wands. It may be causing some lack of clarity on what lies ahead, but it feels like you're at that crossroads between the past and moving on from the past. And there's an interesting unknown quality about the future. It's almost like you're saying, well, if I go back, at least I know what I'm in for. It's not it won't be a big surprise. and I've learned, and maybe I can handle things better. Yeah, Seven of Swords coming out as I say that. Can't help but think that that could just be fear talking, fear of the unknown future, fear of these things no longer resonating for you. It's almost like, you don't belong in the past anymore, my friends. We've got the Lovers in reverse on the bottom of the deck, which tells me that the overall sort of theme of this reading is about a lack of balance and harmony that existed in the past. And you may be feeling tempted to go back there. It sort of feels like there's a part of you here that has realized that what was happening in the past you can't go back, right? Because it's no longer as it was. Things evolve, things move on, things change. And so the memory you have is very specific about a time and place in the past that no longer exists. So going back wouldn't really be going back, because that moment has gone, our memories of the past are just that. They're memories. There's no way to sort of recreate those moments, even if you're with the same people and in the same environment. So seeing the Lovers in reverse tells me that it was out of balance. And look, we see the Tower card right behind the Lovers there. So yeah, this is a big truth moment for you. This is very much a time where you're might be feeling kind of sluggish and tired. You might be feeling sort of unmotivated and even maybe a little bit emotional, a little bit low in the emotions, maybe a little bit of sadness, a little bit of feeling sort of lost, because you're at this moment of sort of deciding which direction you're going to go. It sort of feels like there could be some deception in terms of these options, these emotional qualities. It kind of feels like maybe there's more to this than you're aware of. Even there could be more things happening that you're not aware of. Very interesting to consider, leaving the past in the past and moving forward confidently into a more emotionally fulfilling timeline that's not out of balance, where you feel you can be vulnerable, where you feel you can wear your heart on your sleeve. I feel like you're really guarded around this past story right now. It's very interesting. Okay, my friends, have a wonderful day. Sending you so much love and light. Thank you so much for joining me.